Hey everybody, welcome to the show. So here we are, figuring out what the heck is right with this world. So Ben, what's right with this world?
All right. Well, our first story this week is about a bank that paid off a single mom student loan debt totaling $150,000.
A bank did this.
A bank, yeah.
Wow.
Um,
150 grand.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. I just realized that I forgot to turn down the video monitor. So if there was a little buzz that you guys heard, sorry about that. So yeah, this is just a really great story. I said that the title speaks for itself. Really, I believe she's a nurse, and she had $150,000 in student loan debt, and just a just a nice story. There's so many nice stories coming out right now around the holidays like this, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, there is. It's people are in the giving spirit, which is nice. What's funny is like before we did this show, it seemed like it was always, oh my God, what has Christmas become? It's so horrible. And every year it's something that people are upset about with Christmas. I think this year it's the song, there's some song that
There's several
some
people have had a problem with "Baby It's Cold Outside," which I
yeah.
which is fine. It definitely is questionable, but the Rudolph
It's not
people are
questionable. It's the
the
message.
baby it's
Like,
cold outside.
yeah,
Not Rudolph. Rudolph is not questionable to me at
neither
all.
one of them are questionable. It's just the spirit of the song. I mean, like, I talk to people all the time, and I can look at somebody and say, hey, you know what? The decisions you're making are wrecking your life. And if I say it out of love, it's out of love. If somebody just walks up to you and is really just wants to act like a jerk and says those exact same words, then it's mean. I mean, you got to take the context into consideration.
I'm
It's a
saying I'm
Christmas
saying
song.
I'm saying I get the I sort of get the argument. I don't get the argument at all on Rudolph.
Well,
Uh,
what's funny is I don't even know what the argument is. So like, because I chose not to lean into it, I
yeah.
was like, people are, and it's funny because the people who lean into it, it's like, you can see them that they tend to lean in towards the negative in a lot of things.
Yeah.
And it's because, like, I would say at least 50% of the people, if not more, I would say more than 50% of the people that I see on social media are not leaning into that. But there's like a 25% that are. Whereas years ago, let's say, when there's a controversy over, what was it? Starbucks cups.
Oh yeah.
There was like 50% of the people leaning in. And then before that, when people started saying happy holidays instead of Merry Christmas, it was like 80% of the people leaning in. It's always something, but it seems like it's getting less and less, at least in my circles, which is really nice to see.
Our second story this week is a local story for me. I couldn't believe that this was like a front page article in the local newspaper, and I loved it. Students, faculty, and staff lined the halls to say thank you to a beloved longtime custodian on his last day of work for the school. Um, a custodian in Westerly who is also a local church organist
Mm.
and music director.
So I bet you know him.
I do not know him.
Oh my God.
Dave does funerals with him sometimes,
I figured.
but it's really cool. Just the regardless, even if I didn't and I just saw this on Reddit or something, I would have shared it because I think that it's so awesome that all of the students of this elementary school and the teachers and everybody, the administration, all gave him a surprise farewell. You know?
Yeah, and I think it is great. And people think like certain jobs don't matter, or people don't appreciate it, or like if you work one job, then it's more important than another, or it's about being a good person. And I guarantee you this guy is a good guy, even though I don't know him. And and it reminds me of my junior high. In junior high, I was only there 2 years, 7th and 8th grade, and we had a custodian there that I know, and I still remember his name. And I know his son a little bit. He had a son that was a little bit younger than me. I never got to know him real well, but he seems like a nice guy too. But that 7th and 8th grade, man, there was a custodian that I remember as a really good guy, and I'd see him out in the community and always say hi to him. He's just a really good dude, I mean, I even like talked to him, I think, about a couple things, like that were bothering me.
Oh yeah,
the good guy.
I mean, I do a lot of work with the schools and stuff, so I have a bunch of I know people in every like tier of the faculty and staff of places. And I as a kid, I had a bunch of friends who were the custodians, and I loved them so much. So
it's about being a good person.
It's a not often enough thanked position.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And our final story today is about a couple who, as a tradition since the year that they met, that have gone to donate stuff for Toys for Tots. So for their wedding, they invited all of their guests to go to Target with them to buy presents to donate to Toys for Tots.
So that's now when did they do this? Like at their wedding reception?
I don't know if it was at their wedding reception or the week of.
But that was what they asked for their wedding, basically.
For all of their of their guests.
Wow. See, that's a phenomenal idea. And, that's something we see more and more of too. Like I noticed a friend of mine that I went to high school with just passed away. And, that I graduated with too. So I saw it on social media, but I also got a message through my high school class. And I forgot to mute my phone there. A lot of people, when they're passing, they're putting in lieu of flowers, please donate to this cause and to that cause. And I mean, I mean, when I was a kid, you didn't do that, I mean, and then all of a sudden it started here and there for certain situations. And now it's commonplace to do it. So, I've seen the progress in that direction as well.
What's right with your world this week, Glenn?
This week, let's see. I have 2 weeks per month that I'm really substantially busier with clients. And this is my busy week. And I'm thankful for that, because of course it's good to have income, but it's like, I just love my job, man. I love what I do. I get energized, and sometimes at night, I don't realize after a full day of clients what it's doing to me, because I'm getting energized as I go, and I'm just like riding a wave, and it's awesome. And I have great days and I love it. And then at the end of the day, all of a sudden, usually it catches up, and it's like, I'm like, whoa, okay, I'm tired,
Yeah.
Which is cool too. I mean, then you sleep well. But I think I'm really looking forward to this week. I enjoy these weeks. It's funny because you think it's the opposite. Oh, your slower weeks when you can do whatever you want, kind of when you want on your own schedule. That's what you look forward to. Yeah, I mean, I do look forward to those too, but I really love doing what I do. So I'm looking forward to this week. It's gonna be fun. And I don't know if I mentioned this, I put little lights on my palm trees in the backyard for Christmas.
That's right, you did.
Yeah.
I saw those.
I like that too. That makes me laugh.
I have also been super busy this week. as you and I just talked about before we started.
Mm,
And I'm excited for this is all right. So this is the last What's Right with the World before Christmas,
mm.
2018. So I'm super excited for Christmas. Um, I love the spirit. I love the all of the good news stories that we've shared. Really awesome. But there's something that I'm grateful for this week that actually is about last week's show,
Ah,
and that is I am grateful for Dave because there was a little technical glitch that happened somehow in the video chat between the two of us where I sounded ridiculous.
yeah, to
And
you. I didn't think you sounded that bad, but
my voice
there was
was
something that
my,
messed up with your voice.
my voice was about, well, the pitch was way
Ah,
lower than it should have been. And he went in and cut up the episode and manually changed everything that I said to be the appropriate. And that was so time consuming and probably not worth it. But he did that for me. And I really appreciate that. And he also has to do it for 2 episodes of Life Lessons and Laughter, which are very long comparatively. So yeah, that was I don't thank Dave enough for the work that he does for these shows.
mm.
So that's and Christmas and yeah, got to spend a lot of great time this week with the little guy. So that's what's right with my world.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's it. So there's lots to be thankful for. And you know what I just realized is I'm feeling really relaxed, and so are you.
Yeah.
And we are going into Christmas. I think
Yeah.
that's a testament to this way of living.
I
Because
agree.
there's a lot of people running around like chickens with their heads cut off right now, stressed out to the gills, and we're not. I like it.
Yeah.
So that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks everybody for listening, and we will be sharing more stories with you soon.